Namaste, Jai Hind. I'm Anand Narsimhan and we are in the Garden City, the city of lakes and also the IT capital of Bharat, Bengaluru. Sadak Suraksha Abhiyan Season 2 brings us here. A public service awareness initiative that aims to create more awareness with the aspect of road safety which is paramount. Our theme this year, ladies and gentlemen, is Samvedana, to have empathy, compassion, care for others. And there is a reason why we want to speak more about it, and there is a reason why we are here in Karnataka and also in Bengaluru. Statistics show that almost 19 people per hour die in more than 53 road crashes across our country. That means there is a road crash every minute in our country and we are losing lives. Numbers also point towards 1.68 lakh people dying in 4.61 lakh road crashes in 2022 itself, and this is as per data, official data from the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Karnataka, in fact, is among the top 5 states when we look at the number of road crashes and fatalities. Bengaluru is second only to Delhi. There is a reason why this conversation needs to be had, and it must be had with some very, very special people. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, that many of these crashes are avoidable. Many of these lives can be saved. All we need is to have a little more patience, a little more concern, respect, and of course, to ensure that we are protected. It can happen if we have mutual respect for each other. We will talk about all of this, and there is a reason why we are here in Karnataka, in the Garden City of Bengaluru, at the PM Shri Kendriya Vidyalaya to talk to those who are the drivers of tomorrow at various levels and for various reasons, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why we will try and talk to them and have a chat with them. Students who, if they can learn it right, who can understand it right and internalize it, they can implement it and then go on to become better riders, better drivers, better cyclists, better pedestrians, and examples for the future. And to dive deeper into this topic and to also speak on various issues, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be able to introduce someone who needs no introduction. She's an author, she's a philanthropist, she's a caregiver, she's chairperson of Infosys. She is the one and only Sudha Murty. Let's put our hands together for Sudha Murty ji. There she is. Everybody want to say namaste to Sudha ji? Namaste. Thank you so much, Sudha ji. It's a pleasure and honor to have you with us.
I always consider it's nice to come to school, talk to youngsters who are going to be tomorrow's grown-up citizens and who can change the future. So it's always nice to talk to them. I'm very happy.
We are here because it's part of Sadak Suraksha Abhiyan. This is the second season of this movement, and it's initiated because the Union Minister Nitin Gadkari ji has been very concerned about road safety, about accidents and about lives being lost. We are making infrastructure better, but if you're not able to save lives and if you're losing lives, it's a concern. But let me ask you, what made you say yes to us?
Number one, as a citizen of India, I'm always ready to help. In any way it's useful to my country, I'm always there. Number two, I always believe, because I'm a teacher, that students make a great difference, particularly of this age group, who are going to have license maybe after a couple of years. Before they get their license, they should know the responsibility, not only the joy of riding a bike or driving a car, they should have sufficient knowledge of road safety, and that is one of the most important factor in the road accidents. So that made me to say yes to this program.
I have to thank you for that. And what we've done is we've broken it down to Sudha ji, Sir se Sudha ji. So Sir se four Sirs, that is Sanyam, Samman, Sahyog and Suraksha. It all builds up to this word that is Samvedana or empathy. So let me start with Sanyam or patience. Your own personal experience, are we always in a rush, Sudha ji? How important is it to have patience?
This generation particularly, uh, I have noticed instant gratification thanks to digital media. Computerization is one of them. You press a button, you get the reply. You press something, you can see something. Instant gratification has made everybody's mind, I want to get everything immediately. Suppose I want to go from place A, like Malleshwaram, to Jayanagar, and if even though there is no traffic, still it takes time. If there is a traffic, it takes more time. If there is a congestion, it takes much more time. But youngsters do not understand that I should go early, that's only in their mind. But if they are in a rush or in a hurry, how accident take place. Second thing, suppose you go 1 minute late. I know I used to work in Pune. My bus was at 8 o'clock. It's my personal experience I'm telling you. And throughout my work, throughout my working days, I never missed my bus even once. Because I always assumed my bus is at 7:45. So I should go to bus stop, at 7:45. Even though I'm late by 1 or 2 minutes, still it will be less than 8 o'clock, right?
Yes.
So I will never miss. Now, same thing I want to tell everybody, whosoever drive. You can see honk, coin, 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 but nothing will move. Signal lights. Suppose you skip the signal lights and go 1 minute if you save, you may lose your life. Sayam is the most important thing, that is patience, and it doesn't come by birth. You have to develop it. You have to learn that if I don't have sayam or patience, the penalty is extremely high. You may get a fatal accident, you may lose your legs, it may hit your head, many things can happen.
But ma'am, the thrill of that accelerator, when you're saying at that signal, and then also there are other bikers, so automatically you want to compete. Whose bike gets out of the signal first? That's the first.
Let him go, because he's going towards a death trap. Do you want to go? A person sitting next to me wants to and he wants to jump the red light. He is going to a death trap. Do you want to go? Think of your parents. Think, if you are married, think of your wife and children. You think that I may get 1 minute thrill, but what a price I will pay. Because my neighbor wants to go early, let him go. If somebody wants to fall in a pit, do you want to fall in that? No, let him go. I will go when the red light becomes green.
That's very difficult to practice. But data says, ma'am, in 2022, we've lost 9,000 children on our roads in our country. So it's 26 lives every day.
So I've seen some countries, heavy rush. Shanghai, I saw that first time, 30 years back. The child is reading a book and crossing the lane. And it is heavy traffic road. They stop. The child's life is more important, even though the light is green. Okay, that is a sanman. Dignity. You should respect that person. And give always priority to the pedestrian than the person inside.
The pedestrian, the bikers in Bengaluru use the place for pedestrians to ride.
That is totally wrong. I get so upset when people take, talking to someone like this and on the bike.
This happens.
This happens. Like this. And that fellow should be fined. That fellow should be fined. And, after, or given points or remove his license, something should be done drastically. I will give you one more example. I was in America and I was driving with my brother. And there was a huge traffic jam. And Google said, next 1 hour there is no movement. All the cars stopped. It happens in every country, it happens. So the car was stopped, everybody switched off the car key. And then he said, okay, I will call home and tell my wife there is a traffic jam, I will come late. He took the phone and he was calling. Police came and gave him $500 ticket. He said, car is not moving. He said, car is not moving. But the rule is, whether it's moving or not, on road, no use of cell phone. That kind of a law should come.
Ma'am, next day there will be protests here.
Protests are always there.
People will say, how can you make such rules? These are such strict rules, you cannot be so strict.
Because they talk, they do not know. When they lose somebody in their family, they come to know. Intelligent person is the one person who will learn by somebody else's mistake. not by his own mistake. So please remember, the rules are made not to show off, not to trouble, but to protect people from the accidents.
All right, how many of you have had this morning rush? Papa, drive faster, go fast. How many of you have had this? Told your bus driver, auto driver, something, I'm getting late. Fast. How many of you have said this?
Children, what time you get up? People who raised your hand? 5. 5. Get up at 4:45. Don't be late, but organize your life, your time in such a way that you will help your parents so that they can drop you to school at the right time.
Now it comes to the next point, Sudhaji. How many of you have two-wheelers in your house? You come to school, commute largely by two-wheelers. All right. And how many of you, when they are riding the two-wheeler or whoever is riding the two-wheeler, wears a helmet?
All of you?
So your dad, your mom, your brother, sister always wear a helmet.
Even though it may not look nice on your head. Similarly, you should think this is like extension of that. When you sit in the car, seat belt. When you are a pillion rider, helmet. How many of you tell Papa, doesn't matter, rush and drop me to school. There's a red light on. No, Papa, this side you'll go. Have you anybody have told their Papa like that? Raise your hand. No? How many of you have said, Papa, don't worry, you have a helmet, I need not wear. Tell me, raise your hands. You are told? Don't tell. It's good, I really appreciate you. Your honesty is very, very important in life. Tell Papa next time you wear, but I will also wear.
There is also another reason for this. I'll tell you statistics. In 2022, as of 2022, Karnataka stands in the top 5 states when it comes to the number of road crashes and fatalities because of road crashes. And Bengaluru, the garden city, the IT capital, is second only after Delhi in that list in 2022.
I'm not happy. Other things, you are top 5, I'm happy. You are top 2, we are happy. But not in losing lives. It's a shame on us. Shame on our city. We should feel ashamed that we are in the wrong list, we are second. And this can be avoidable. Tell your brother, sister, uncle, aunt, whoever comes to your house.
You are so concerned about the rule, you follow the rule. Why are you asking me to follow the rule? I'll go how I am going to do. You said that, will you want to share it with the students? Story from the Mahabharata you had.
There is a very nice story written 2000 years back, or even more, when Mahabharata was written. That is known as the Yaksha Prashne. Has anybody read Yaksha Prashne? Yes. Yeah? Is it a part of your syllabus? Yeah, there's a very beautiful question in that, in Yaksha Prashne. The Yaksha asked this question. What is the very funny thing in life? He says, death. Somebody dies next to, next building. You look at it, say, poor fellow died. Those 2 people were speeding, I am not. I am speeding, but I am super careful. Please remember, everybody thinks that person is right. It happens to somebody. It happens to you also.
Again, I am going to come to this, Sudhaji. This lot of this wheelie, this tricks and doing some stunts is also for that Insta reel, to get lots of likes.
People who are insecure, they want appreciation. Because somebody should appreciate. First of all, you should know what you are. Appreciation should come within you, or the people who you care. For example, your parents appreciate, your siblings appreciate. Limit to that, not on Insta liking. What's your liking? 10,000. Mine is 1,000 less. So I'm very upset. So I'll do something so that I'll get more liking. This is a false appreciation. This is a false appreciation. After 10 years, all this, see, somebody, when 10 years back, there is appreciation of 1 million. Today, it's only maybe 10,000. Appreciation reduces, comes down over a period of time.
I still have a lot of questions, Sudhaji. I can continue to ask, but they have a lot
Children
of
get
questions.
bored. Children
The
get
student,
bored.
yeah, the student, yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. So let's start with Shefali Singh, 11A.
Annually, around 1.19 million lives are tragically cut short due to road accidents, and around 20 to 50 million people endure non-fatal injuries, often leading to disabilities. What, in your opinion, is the pivotal factor reducing traffic
Fatality.
Yeah, just now we are talking about it. In London, the roads are very small. Okay, width is very less. and people, travel there by car. I saw if one car is coming this end, other car is coming, they can't pass. Then one fellow goes to the side and waits, and this car goes, and he thanks or she thanks, saying that like this, thank you very much. Simple courtesy and showing your gratitude that you allowed me to go. Simple things. In India, if the road is small, what happens? That fellow wants to come. This fellow also wants to come same time. He doesn't want to waste time. And both of them at loggerhead. Then both of them stop, then there will be a big vehicle, traffic vehicle at both sides. Okay? If you want to reduce the traffic jams, you have to follow the rules strictly. Strictly. Even the smaller place, even the small gullies, I have not seen traffic jam with two cars. Here, that ego, I am the first. Array, what is their ego? You are causing traffic jams everywhere. So many patients have died on the road, in the ambulance, in Bengaluru, because, the ambulance is coming, this fellow comes, other side and said, I'm not moving. Or even though he wants to move, he doesn't give the space. So, to reduce traffic jam, but right now I want our drivers should learn properly how to drive, obey the rules and reduce the traffic. Thank you.
Parikshit has a question. Parikshit?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the students gathered here are in the age group of 16 and 17 and would become eligible for driving license soon. As students, how can we become responsible citizens and contribute towards road safety? Could you please suggest some measures to adopt it?
Okay. Number one, you should get your license properly. You should know how to drive properly. And number most important is don't get into that circle of thrill. 2 minutes thrill. Okay, don't do that. Instead, follow the rules properly. Because when you're 16 and 17, you feel, so much of enthusiasm, I want to show. Don't do that on the roads, when you're on the road. Don't do that. And develop patience until the light is green, I will not pass.
Adira?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Many people, even after being aware of the laws, they don't follow it properly or either disregard them completely. What would be your suggestion to curb people's negligence and force them to abide by the law?
That we discussed just now only, how to tell them to abide. One method is by punishment of the, penalty. Other method is like that scare should come to you. It is not only that fellow it happens to you also.
Apurva, there she is.
Every road accident is a tragic reminder of the importance of safe driving. I'm Apurva of class 12. My question to you is, what should be my role as a responsible citizen when I face or when I witness a road accident?
Number one, if possible, please help. Call ambulance. Take them to hospital, if possible. I think you will be a perfect gentlewoman. You will be a model to others. You will be a great model to your children. And you will be a worthy daughter to your parents. Thank you very much. Jai
Well
Hind.
said. Sudhaji? Amazing conversation. Somehow I feel grandma's stories can have a Sadak Suraksha angle to it.
Maybe. Next time when I write a story, or Sadak Suraksha, I have to create a story and I will write how important it is, Sadak Suraksha. And I want the awareness when you are young, so that you can tell your sisters, brothers, your children when you grow up, your neighbors, your friends, don't be like others, that fellow doesn't do, why should I do? Don't do that.
This city, this state, this has to become a national talking point, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us right through Sadak Suraksha Abhiyan Season 2. Namaste.